NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run. Devontae Freeman. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Freeman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Watch twitch.
Rosen now off the bootleg. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves.
And Freeman lost the football, and I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's you. It's you.
Set. Right
there. 54 Mike. Switch up. Switch up.
61, matchbox, right. Smooth.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And able to find Conley. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First down, Miami.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Freeman. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
But yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Let's go.
Good. 180.
Mike 5-4.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Watch the eye.
Alert, 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 alert.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Ran, go.
He's checking.
Move.
Wide. Get wide.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go. 180.
Check right 54. Right 54. Watch QB drop.
Good move.
QB drop. Mike's 50. Mike's 54.
On first down, Trubisky, and he fires one incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Alert, 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 alert.
No.
Ran, touch.
Play. 54.
Hey, orbit.
Check. Watch 54.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Mike, I got you.
He's coming. Double up.
Blue.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that, and we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Freeman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want the those types of injuries.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. Now it's the backup Rudolph. It's caught. Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Look at me. Score. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Colts pick it up. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Mike 54.
Watch the slant.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. He's going to get it running right. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Rosen looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch.
Check 4.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Fire.
Here's Gordon. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Tight dog.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Watch 54.
Get that quarterback. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A toss play, Gordon. Tackle made there by Jonathan Cyprien.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go. 60 or.
It's game situation. Let's go. Jim.
Like.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Check 52. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Go.
51 the mic.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just about on his own goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, why 7?
Now it's Rosen. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Hey, exit. Look at me. Zipper.
54. Mike, 54. Gurley.
Go.
54. Mike, 54.
All day, baby, all day.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
1, 2, 3. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Rudolph off play action. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Get it.
On first down, Rudolph. Open man is Kirk, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Throwing again on second down. Rudolph. His throw incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we... seen in this game.
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rudolph going to throw again. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch 54. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. General West.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
5.
Again, it's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Man, I got you.
Freeman again. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch alert.
Rosen off the play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Rashad Jones.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. This is Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Right there, 54, Mike.
Good track.
3rd and long here for Rosen. That's caught by Jackson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 31-yard line.
Let's get it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Out.
Blue draw Corpus.
Rudolph now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready?
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Watch out.
Hey, Foxtrot.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Brinkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
54. Drop in.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here's Rosen. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
We got it, we got it, we got it.
They'll run here with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Mike 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On 2nd and goal, Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Deshaun Jackson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And he whips that one incomplete there. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
On
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. This would be one heck of a record if he makes this. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll keep it on the ground. Brinkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Rosen will throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rudolph looking to throw it. This is White on the screen. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
We go. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Hey, wahoo.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Grace don't travel. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Yes, yes. Defense.
Rudolph throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check 31. Check 31.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to the air, Rudolph. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Let's get it together.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, check.
Show it up. Show it up.
Topper.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Ready?
Rudolph looking to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Ready.
Mike 51. Right here. Check nickel.
Hey, Sam off. Snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Bravo.
Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A little bit of daylight. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter.